Hey guys, this is Drax, back with another Battlefront 2 video, and in this one and several other videos like it, I'll be going over heroes that I've previously covered in guides, giving you up-to-date star card choices and tactics. So in this one, we'll be looking at Iden Versio. Iden Versio is the main character of the Battlefront 2 campaign, and partial disappointment when we played through it. It turned out to be a bit different than what we expected. I won't ruin it for anyone who hasn't played it through yet though. Despite our disappointment with the story, Iden was pretty strong in the campaign, with additional abilities there to help her survive, but in multiplayer she felt fairly weak. Her post cannon was poor, her droid took too long to attack targets, and with her small amount of health and no way to regain it back, she was pretty easy to take down. Now I won't say she was absolutely terrible, as her TL50 was always one of the best weapons in game, with its super accurate high rate of fire and that alternate fire mode that simply decimates targets. In truth, what she was lacking was survivability. So with a combination of patches 1.2 and 2.0, the devs gave Iden an overhaul. They started by making her droid shot quicker, then they gave her more health, she went from 550 to 650. They increased how long her shield could be active for, the post cannon became a quick charging skill weapon, and most importantly they changed her hot swap card to this one called Friend in Battle. And Friend in Battle allows you to gain 30 health back for every enemy trooper stunned, and more if you stun an enemy hero. This means for every time you stun someone you can recover your much needed health back, and that there gives us the survivability that we were looking for. At the beginning of the game I would have probably said that I'll max out Vader or Leia first. They were and still are my favourites. But with the new progression system and the way Iden dominates in HVV, I managed to max out all her cards in just a few games. Stun wreck, stun wreck, stun wreck. That is pretty much the pattern in HVV for Iden right now. I did make a guide on her a while ago, but since we have had the addition of a new more important star card now, and those abilities tweaked, I thought I'd go through the star cards that I'm using now and a few tips to help you enjoy Iden more. So running through the star cards. Friend in Battle, that's the new healing card, and as said it allows you to gain your base health back. This not only works just for one target, but also for any additional targets that you shock in the process. Yes, like Emperor Palpatine with his Chain Lightning and that Lightning Absorption card, for every single enemy it chains to, you will build back additional health. Get a nice chain going in either HVV or Galactic Assault and you are back to full health very quickly. So you can see much more survivability than she had before, even when facing larger groups. My second card has to be Droid Batteries, as this will allow you to use Iden's droid for the stun and shield as often as you need it. Remember, her survivability is highly linked to her droid, so I would say this one is a must. Most of the time you'll be on the offensive with a droid stun, but the shield definitely comes in handy as well. And then finally I run Cooled Blaster. Once targets are stunned, eliminating them with a TL50 is easy work, but sometimes you might stun multiple people or a harder target, and then you will need to fire for longer. Iden can easily take down heroes before overheating with this one equipped. Now I still run the alternative methods card as previously recommended in Galactic Assault. Her secondary or alternate fire mode is the main part of what makes her so good here, as she can deal with groups easily. Most targets die to one secondary fire shot. So I would go with Cooled Blaster in HVV and alternative methods in Galactic Assault. The other two cards I keep the same for both modes. So as you can see, Iden has pretty much gone from zero to hero. She's become a force to be reckoned with and is probably in the bracket of best heroes in game right now. And I guess that makes sense as she is the main character of the story. If you haven't tried out Iden in a while, then she's definitely worth using at this moment in time. A lot of fun to play and probably the most likely to receive a slight nerf in the next update if I'm being honest. A simple guide to using Iden is when you see a target, initiate the droid stun, wait until the target is shocked and then eliminate them. Repeat multiple times to get the streak going. In this way you should be continually gaining health back if you need it with that Friend in Battle star card. A good thing to remember is that if anyone jumps you, it's going to be best to shield up first, get a bit of distance if possible, and then try to shock them. If you send the droid off to stun and then want to shield up, it won't work until the droid has returned. So try to make sure you shield, gain some space, then send the droid off to stun and take them out. If you do find yourself low on health whilst using that Friend in Battle card, quick peeking doorways and sending the droid in can be a good way to gain it back. In this way you won't risk taking any more damage until you've got enough to push forward with. Scoring headshots with the TL50 will of course take out targets faster, and then if anyone does dip around a corner or starts to block your fire, you can use that alternate fire mode to remove them. This can also be good for checking an area before you enter it, as you can splash some damage in there. Then of course, don't be afraid to counter snipe targets at range now, as our post cannon is very satisfying to use, eliminating targets with quick accurate shots. Yes, Iden is a lot of fun to play as, and hopefully with these quick tips you can enjoy playing as her more. If you enjoyed this video, then I always appreciate a like, and if you would like to see more videos like this one, maybe you're new to the channel, then you can of course subscribe if you want to. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.